history, religion, family, and technology. Focus on Liberia uncovers and showcases the best of Liberia and shows the world the truth about Liberia. We educate, elevate, and promote all things Liberia. We conduct interviews, panel discussions, debates, and more. Tune in to Focus on Liberia on Facebook and YouTube and be a part of the stories that make up the news.
This is Focus on Liberia, and I am Dennis Ja.
Hello, everyone. Hello, wherever you are. My name is Damawa Bia, and I'm so excited to be on this show. This is a show where women around the world, women in Liberia, including myself, we discuss a lot of topics that are interesting to women. And this is done by A New Day. So if you're following A New Day, you will get a glimpse of so many detail of what we will be presenting on Focus on Liberia. Stay tuned. I'm so excited for this day. And today topic is building self-confidence for growth. Building self-confidence for growth, and it is a series on the women in leadership topic. So today we will be discussing the topic building self-confidence for growth. So in order to build a general confidence for yourself, whether self-confidence, whether confidence in public, in your workplaces, you have to start with yourself. Every woman wants confidence, but not everyone seems to have it. And confidence is one of the most essential qualities every woman can cultivate to learn or to lead a successful, balanced, and happier life. As a woman in leadership, whether you are at home, whether in your community, in your office, or whether you are also a business owner or you are leading in a religious environment in a church or in a mosque or whatever your religious activities are, you must lead yourself confidently before leading others. If you struggle with building self-confidence, this message is for you. According to research, traditional gender roles train to expect women to care for everybody around them. In the family, in the community, when something just arises, they will be calling on the women, especially when somebody is in need or somebody is in trouble. The only people that look out for auto is the women in the community. Where are the women? The women supposed to be taking care of their children. The women supposed to be doing this. The women supposed to be handling this case. However, there is significant evidence that self-neglect from all from everything that the women are doing with others, it depletes women's self-confidence. So as a result, women always say we are caretakers, we are caregivers. So, and then they also neglect what they need to do for themselves first. So you cannot be able to care for others when you don't know how to also care for yourself. So what is this self-confidence we are talking about? So according to study on the Heart Spirit website, confidence means knowing and believing in yourself. So confidence shines through to others with how you live your life. So if you build your self-confidence, it's going to shine out. It's going to speak volume to other people. So in 2025, there was a study done by Holly on the website Science of People. It also defines self-confidence as a feeling of self-assurance from appreciating yourself first, your unique qualities, your abilities, your skills, and you will be able to also lend that to other people. But if you don't believe in yourself, if you don't believe the kind of qualities you have, how are you going to shine out there? So you have to build that self-confidence as a woman. Then you will be able to give it out to the world. Confidence is the inner belief that you are enough and inheritedly worthy. You are enough and you are worthy. So a woman who is born, a person who is born, has so many worth that they need to cultivate and know themselves better before they're able to share that with other people. So while there are many ways for a woman to demonstrate self-confidence, a successful woman who has overcome many challenges will also explain the signs of a highly confident woman. So these are some of the steps. These are some of the steps that we are going to talk about, how you can build self-confidence. There are so many. There are numerous, over thousands of steps that a woman can follow to build her self-confidence. But I will just talk about four. And number one is take care of yourself. It's very important for every woman to take care of themselves. From the top of your head to the soles of your feet, you need to take care of yourself. So how do you take care of yourself as a woman? Number one, be assertive. Know what you want. So you cannot sit and allow people to dictate to you what you need. Instead, step out. Be assertive means step out. Be the first to show yourself. And by doing so, you are telling people that you know yourself, you know what you want. Set boundaries. Don't wait for people to tell you you should have done this first. If I were you, I could have done this. If I were you, I could have said this. Don't wait for people to say that to you. Instead, start setting boundaries. We will talk about that maybe in another series on our women in leadership. And we can talk more about we can talk more about setting boundaries. It's very important for everyone, including women. And also express concerns and performances. So if you are self-confident, you will also be able to express yourself, express your feelings without any repercussion, without any fear, without any penalty. Because if you don't do it for yourself, who's going to speak for you? So these are ways that we learn how to build our self-confidence. So if you are listening, take these as points that you can build on in your daily lives and activities. So take care of yourself. Studies from People of Science website also show that most women are people pleasers. This is a study done. It wasn't done just by this group of people. It was also done by another group of people called the Hack Spirit. So there are a lot of writers that just go on this website, they do their study and they post those studies there. Some of them do the study by going out there, interviewing people, and some of them do scientific study. So they find out that most women are people pleasers because they know their boundaries and appraise the people around them or within their circles. They withhold confrontation. They don't want confrontation. They don't want discomfort. Oh, if I say this to this person, or if I set this boundary, when I tell this person that at so and so time or at 9 o'clock p.m., I do not accept call. How do I give this message over to my friends who call me at 9 a.m. or 9 p.m. when I'm already winding down to go to bed? So you will feed that discomfort because you don't want confrontation. If you tell your cycle or people within your cycle, your friends, telling them that, hey, by 9 p.m., I don't want any phone calls, or I do not accept phone calls at that time. So in your mind, if you are a people pleaser as a woman, in your mind, you gonna cause like confusion, or your friends are going to disconnect from you because you're telling them that this is my boundary and I want to respect that boundary. So how do you make these friends to respect that boundary? You have to be consistent. If they call you, they will try you. They will call you 9 p.m. and see if you answer. If you answer, you are not setting any boundary. You are not strong to set the boundaries. So another study argues that women who prioritize self-care boost self-confidence. So if you start to take care of yourself, your hair, your body, your outlook, your nails, and everything, and start to set boundaries, people think that um, you are being selfish, but actually you are building your self-confidence. Confident women prioritize their physical, their emotional, and spiritual well-being. So if you are in a place where these things are stressing you up, you're somewhere and there are a lot of pressure, there are a lot of stress, and they're so overwhelming that you aren't able to take care of yourself. Like for instance, in the workplaces where you have to get up 5 o'clock in the morning, some people 4 o'clock in the morning to start getting ready for work. And you're already overwhelmed with a lot of things happening in the workspace. So you aren't even care about pressing that outfit that takes you to work. And when you get there, people already understand how disorganized you are, because you came to work with your hair all loosened up, with your clothes not organized, it's not even pressed, and you just sit there. So you are not, it sends an information or the message that you are stressed up. So you don't want to be that woman. If you're trying to build self-confidence, you need to take care of your spiritual well-being. There are so many things that your spirit will not allow. And you can feel it within yourself that no, this my spirit is not taking it. And if you allow it to flow, then that means you are losing yourself. Also, emotionally, it's better to take care of yourself, because what goes in the mind flows through your spirit. And if you don't have a block, if you don't have a block that stands in the way to protect your emotional health, then you will lose yourself. And at the end of the day, you fall in the category of people who have mental health issues. Physically, it's the same thing. Take care of yourself physically. Like I said, from the top of your head to the soles of your feet, they all belong to you, not anyone else. So if you don't take care of it, who gonna take care of yourself? Who gonna take care of you physically, emotionally, and spiritually? These are all very essential for every woman if you are building confidence, or you are trying to step up as a woman. So people think that if you try to do these things for yourself, you are selfish, you are self-absorbed, or self-centered. It is not the case, because you are setting boundary and you want to be confident with yourself and confident out there. Then you need to set these boundaries. Whatever people say about you, that's it. If they say you are selfish, that's it. But if you don't set boundaries, you will lose yourself. Your self-respect, your self-esteem will be stained, and you don't want that to happen to you as a woman. It's very important to build your self-confidence while building setting boundaries. So why are some women not caring for themselves? It's an issue. Number one, we talk about taking care of yourself, but why are some women not caring for themselves? So regardless of the relationship starter or the care for your children, study shows that women turn to put others' needs first before their own. That's sturdy. They have proven that. And women can often suffer from more depression and lower self esteem than any other gender as a result. And we want women to build more self confidence, which is very important. Which is very important. We don't want women losing themselves. So if we have to bring changes in our spaces, where we go, in our cycles, in our families, we should start looking at ourselves first. Because if you look in the mirror, you don't see no one else. You see yourself. And the mirror reflects who you are. You don't see any other person in that mirror. So if you don't take care of yourself, and study has already shown that women are people pleaser. Women also put the needs of other people. It's not wrong to put the needs of other people first, but if your own needs are not met, how can you help others? If you're broke, for instance, you don't have money, and somebody comes and asks you for money, where are you going to take it from? Are you going to credit because you want to satisfy other people? Then you aren't taking care of yourself. So these are just examples, but there are so many examples that women aren't taking care of. Some women aren't taking care of themselves that much. And we are encouraging every woman out there to take care of themselves. Put your needs first. Due to combination of social conditioning, emotional factors, and learned behavior, women turn to put other people's needs first before them. So the social conditioning, like what people say in the society, oh, women are very caring. So you wouldn't find women in the you will find few women in the engineering area, but you will find more women in the healthcare system, because society has this conditioning that women are caring. Women put their needs, other people's needs before their needs. So they will better take care of people in the hospital. They will better take care of people in the nursing homes and in their communities as whole. So we want to change the narratives of how things are happening, and changing these narratives starts with you as a woman listening to me. It will change your emotional well-being. It will also change the learned behavior. Like, oh, your mother used to be a caring person. Your grandmother used to invite people to her home every weekend. So why are you not demonstrating that? You're supposed to do it. Your mom did it, so you're supposed to do it. That learned behavior. Or you saw a model when you were growing up as a child. You saw somebody modeling something, and you decided, as you grow up, you watch them doing it, and you also decided to do it. So forgetting about your own needs. Sometimes, yeah, it's good to help people. It's good to put people's needs first. But if you don't take care of yourself, how will you help other people? It's like a drowning person. Somebody is drowning, and you expect them, okay, two persons are drowning in the river, and you expect the other person to save the other one. So you cannot be at risk of dying and trying to save another person. Then both of you will die together. So women may feel a responsibility to care for others. Because that's one of the reasons women are not, some women, I'm not saying all the women, that's a disclaimer. Some women are not taking care of themselves because they feel the responsibility to care for others. And then they also internalize social expectations to be nurturing mothers, or nurturing sisters, or nurturing women, or also have past experiences that led them to believe prioritizing others is the right thing to do. But if you don't prioritize yourself, you wouldn't be able to prioritize others. You will be overwhelmed. And we don't want women to be overwhelmed with helping others. It's good to help people, but do not feel overwhelmed. Let that shouldn't affect your mental health, your emotional health, and your spiritual well being. You can be a good person, but it starts with you. And also, while women care more for others and not themselves, can sometimes come at the expense of women's own well-being, leading to burnout, like I said, and neglecting your own needs as a woman. So if you neglect your own needs as a woman, you will burn out, and it will also lead to mental health issues. You wouldn't be stable in your mind. You will have so many things happening at the same time that you cannot control. So we want women to step out and be the leader of themselves before leading others. And another point that makes some women have to take care of themselves, but they put the other people needs first, is traditional assigned gender roles. Women belong in the home. Women supposed to be caring for the kids. They're not supposed to be in school. They're not supposed to be they're not supposed to be CEOs. They're not supposed to make their own businesses. That traditional gender assigned rules is affecting most women. And we talk about fear of judgment and abandonment. So some women are afraid that if they start taking care of themselves, they will be judged. Oh, you are a bad woman, you are a selfish woman. And some people don't like bad names, even though they are not in the wrong. They're just trying to set boundaries and trying to be more organized and be self-confident. But then people will start judging them because they are prioritizing their own needs. And some women in their early childhood, they experience challenges in their environment, like single parent or single mother bringing out so many children in the household, and which can also lead to prioritizing the needs of others, and instead of putting their needs first. So another thing is experiences with family and relationships. So negative family experiences or relationships can also lead women to believe that they must always prioritize other people's needs instead of their needs. So these are some of the factors that make women not to care for themselves, but put other people first before their needs. So number two, if you want to be more self-confident, get out of your comfort zone. Get out of your comfort zone. It may sound counterintuitive, but stepping out of your comfort zone is an excellent way to become more self-confident, comfortable, and also balanced. So many people, if you ask them, including women, they will say, well, what I'm doing now, I think I'm satisfied. Where I live now, I think I'm satisfied. Or no, I can do this. I can go to other places. I can go to other events. I can eat this food. It's not part of my culture, but it's important to step out of your comfort zone. Comfort zone doesn't only mean relocating from your community or from your home to another community or home. It also means trying new things that you have never done before in your entire life. Maybe you think that, okay, I'm working, I'm not taking vacation. It's time to take vacation. You're stepping out of your comfort zone. You were so comfortable working without taking break. You are comfortable because you wanted to make more money. or maybe your company or your organization tells you that, yeah, we pay for for vacation hours. We pay for vacation hours. So you hear that, okay, we pay for vacation hours. So I don't think I want to take vacation. They're just going to pay me, pay that money, and I can use that money for another thing. But you are losing yourself. You may get that money and spend it in a second. But what about your well-being? What about your well-being? So when it's time for vacation, take that vacation. If it has to do with leaving your home and stepping out there to experience new environment, go for it. Go for it. If, if it has to do with going to a particular resort, go there. Enjoy the sunshine. Enjoy the nature around you. Step out. If it has to do with traveling from one country to another or one state to another, try it out. Do something that your body, your mental health will thank you for. Again, when you try new things, you feel empowered and courageous. But if you stay in your comfort zone, it would just be a routine over and over, years in and years out. It would just be a routine. Then you are not doing justice to yourself as a woman. But don't worry, you know, leaving your comfort zone doesn't mean you have to go skydiving. Yeah. Or you have to launch a business. Oh, no, I want to leave my comfort zone, so I must launch a business. No, it doesn't have to be that. You know, to be comfortable, you have to be creative. You have to step out. You have to do something that you haven't done before. Wear clothes that you haven't worn before. When I was growing up, I never used to love wearing pants like trousers because I felt that it wasn't good for me. It was just lately in my adulthood that I started wearing trousers just a few years ago. If we really check that time, it was because I had a field trip. And on a field trip, you cannot wear skirt, you cannot wear dress. So you have to carry pants like trousers. And that was in 2008. It was almost like my first time wearing trousers in public. So that brought me comfort because working in the interior or working in places that are hard to reach, you cannot be comfortable with dress on or skirt on. So trying new things is a positive way to step up your self-confidence. So start small. You don't have to do big things. Start small. Enjoy those small movements in your life. Enjoy those little things that you have already planned to do. Enjoy them. You don't have to do big things. You have to start little by little and step up. So sometimes you try new food. Oh, because this is not tteokbokki or cassava leaf or palm butter, I don't think I'm going to like it. But try it first. Try it. You may like it or may not like it. You are also trying to integrate yourself with other people's culture. So not just limited to your own culture. Oh, there is no rice here, so I'm not going to eat anything. No, try new things. You will like it. You are experiencing new culture, experiencing new things. It also builds you as a person. So get out of your comfort zone. So if we want to link that to the Bible, because most of the things that we do daily, they are all related to the Word of God, the Bible. So let's see Deborah. Deborah was a woman. She was a woman. In Judges chapter 4 and 5, her story is there. And that is one woman who women of today can follow her footsteps. So before Israel had kings, they look up to judges to lead them. So to be a judge, you need courage. And those days, there wasn't any woman, there wasn't any woman that was allowed to be a judge. Only men. But Deborah, bravery, I think it must have begun at a young age. If you read the story of Deborah in Judges. But for her, she stepped into a position, that was previously held by men, like being a judge. Deborah was a judge. At first, it was difficult to dream that a woman during those days could be a judge. But she dreamed of it, and she stepped up. When the right time reached at the time, she stepped up. And she sought freedom for women. And said, no, women have to be judges also. And she was the first judge. And she freed a lot of women from a cruel king in that story. So if Deborah could do it and step out of her comfort zone without fear, with bravery, then what about us women today? I can tell anybody, everything is possible. Everything. Once you put your mind to it, it's possible. But if you just say it's just an illusion, it's not going to come to pass if you don't work towards it. So everyone wants change, but who is ready to take the first step for change? Who is ready to be criticized for change? But if you are criticized and the change comes, you will celebrate. You will celebrate. So the change starts with every woman. The change starts with every individual. So change is not somewhere sitting down and somebody just go and grab it. You have to work towards it. Make it as a goal. I always love talking about goals because without plan, you cannot achieve goals. You can just get up from bed and say, oh, I'm a millionaire. How? How are you a millionaire? It would be questionable. You can work towards it, And how did you do it? So people would like to understand and hear your experience, your story, why or how you became a millionaire. They are stepping stone. So that was number 2. Number 2, get out of your comfort zone. And number 3 is prioritize yourself. Put yourself in order. When you say prioritize yourself, it means put yourself in order. If you're not in order, you wouldn't be able to put other people in order. So confident women prioritize themselves because they know how much they are worth. So if you don't know how much you are worth, then you will keep prioritizing other people and become a people pleaser. As a result, you'll also be among the number of women that studies show that they're people pleaser. I'm sure you don't just want to be a people pleaser, but you want to be a people influencer through your self-confidence. Have a strong sense of self-worth and do not settle for anything less than what you know you want or what you know you deserve. That's building self-confidence. So according to psychology, maintaining high self-esteem is challenging when a woman is constantly forgetting her own needs to please other people instead. So maintaining your self-respect can be difficult, just all over the place. Pleasing people. You don't want to miss schedule. Even if you're tired, you don't want to miss schedule. Even when you need help, you don't even want to show that you need help. If you need information, you don't even want to show to people that you need the information. These are essential things for every woman. If you don't know who you are, the way you present yourself, that's how people will take you. At the end of the day, those people you are pleasing in your cycle, you'll become a laughing stock for them. You'll become a clown for them. They will laugh at you. And the moment you start setting boundaries, you become enemy to them. You become enemy to them. But it worth it because you have come to a realization that you weren't doing good for yourself. You weren't doing good for yourself. You were like a puppet, and everybody can just call you anywhere, control you anyhow. You don't make decision for yourself. Even if you want to make that decision, you feel the urge to make that decision. But all of a sudden, because you don't want to make yourself look uncomfortable before others, and then before others they others judge you, then you will start to please people. So therefore, when a confident woman discover that something or someone in their life does not serve them anymore, then they start to disconnect. They start to disconnect. Then that you know that yes, I think I'm valuable. I have something in me that make me to be respected to other people. But until then, you have to make that self-discovery. Make that self-discovery. So you may be in a draining relationship, for instance, relationship that is not serving you, and every day there's one thing to another that does not serve your purpose, and you are just there, maybe with your partner or with your friends or family. Sometimes you do things over and over, and it's not serving you. What about that? So you need to listen to your need, because nobody will listen to your needs other than you. And you cannot call attention to your attention for people to know your needs. You have to define your needs, what you need. It's not the responsibility of people to know what you need. You have to define it. But you have to be consistent and prioritize what you need. So a woman may even be working at a job, for instance, the job is causing you a whole lot of mental health issue. You go to work, you are micromanaged, you go to work, they don't even appraise you positively. At the end of the year or 6 months, your appraisal come back negative. Then you get drained. You say, but all of the work I have done, make my report and make sure everything was intact. Appraiser, 60% over 100. And you start to ask yourself, what have I done wrong? But you're actually doing your best, on time with everything, making your reports and doing everything you can. And every year or every 6 months is like that. That job is draining for you, my sister. It's draining for you. You don't have to stay there. You will deteriorate mentally, physically, emotionally. You will deteriorate. And people would think that it's diarrhea. It's actually not diarrhea. It's because something is happening and you are not solving it for yourself. Nobody will solve that problem. So prioritizing yourself also extends to being able to take care of and take care of yourself and your loved ones. So if you don't prioritize yourself, you wouldn't be able to take care of your children. You wouldn't be able to take care of your family. You wouldn't be able to take care of your friends and other people. It has to start with you first. So self-confident women know how to put their physical, mental, and emotional well-being first by ensuring they get sufficient exercise, proper nutrition to fuel their bodies, and take rest. Many people don't take rest. Many people don't take rest. No matter how overwhelmed you are with a lot of work and activities, take break. Take a rest. It's very important for you as a woman. If you come from work, you're busy with other things, you don't even have block of time for yourself. Your time is always open. Sometimes it's important to block some time so that you can have that time to yourself. For me, after work, just an experience, and I just want to share it with everyone that's listening to me. After work, by 7 o'clock p.m. at my end, that's my block out time. I take that time for myself, rejuvenate, reflect, do some tea, and whatever I have to do, I do them. Any call come in at that time is blocked already. So that way, I'm able to get myself back from the daily activities. But if you just open your time out for people, it's difficult for you to prioritize yourself and get that mental and physical well-being. So a woman must also be willing to go to therapy. I know in other countries it's difficult to find a therapist that will drill you through some activities that will help you to take care of yourself. But practicing mindfulness is also important. Do deep breathing. When you get up from there, you have your prayers or whatever you have to do before touching that phone or before touching that laptop. Try to do some deep breathing. You can do it 10 times over and over, and you will see yourself. You will see the changes. This exercise also ensure mental well-being, and you can handle anything that comes your way for that day. By putting yourself first, a self-confident woman can face any challenge, because she is inspired, she is energetic, and also she rejuvenates. It's proven that if you start prioritizing yourself, if you start to take care of your well-being, you will inspire other people. You will inspire other people. Number 4, stop over apologizing. If you want to be self-confident as a woman, stop over apologizing for everything. Over apologizing is often associated with people pleasing. Instead, it already proved that women are people pleasers. Women are the one taking on the care burdens, putting the needs of other people first than their needs. And then we find women just over apologizing for everything. When they walk here, oh, sorry. Oh, I apologize. When they say something, oh, I apologize. So it's taking away your self-respect, your self-esteem, and making you to feel responsible for other people's actions. And nobody is supposed to be responsible for other people's actions. You may even say, hey, I'm sorry just for expressing your feeling. I'm sorry for expressing my feeling. Why should you say sorry for expressing your feeling? You are taking away your self-respect if you over apologize. Doing your regular activities, you just apologizing because you want to sleep. Oh, I'm sorry, I have to sleep. Or I'm sorry, I was asleep. So over apologizing can take away your self-confidence and also your self-esteem. And sometimes people do something that maybe you have a husband or you have a partner. If your partner does something, you start to apologize to everybody around that partner for your partner. No, it's your partner's responsibility, not you. So stop over apologizing for everything. For everything. By apologizing too often, you can lower your self-esteem and appear less confident in public. So stop over apologizing. Unless you did something that warrants an apology. Avoid apologizing for small daily actions. you caring for yourself, you prioritizing yourself. Why should you apologize for that? Taking step for your own well-being, you apologize for that. No, unless it warrants apology, that you have hurt somebody and it warrants apology, you are in the wrong, then you can do so. But apart from that, if you are taking space and feeding more confidence as a woman, then you don't need to apologize. So one day at a time, if you are still struggling with over apologizing to people, these are steps that you need to take. So start. One day at a time. Keep a record, a mental tally or record of how often you apologize unnecessarily. So start checking it. If you just apologize unnecessarily, check it. Check how many times a day you did it, and how many times a week you did it, and how many times a month you did that. And check yourself and start to work on it. If you did that more than 50 times a month, then the following month, try to start reducing it and replace them with habits, that are more productive. So instead of saying I'm sorry, you can say, for instance, if you get in somebody's way unexpectedly, like you just jump into somebody's way while they're walking or while they are sitting, instead of saying I'm sorry, you can say pardon me. It's more appropriate than just saying sorry, I'm sorry. So instead of apologizing for expressing your own emotions to loved ones because maybe you fear that they're going to judge you, you can say thank you for listening. That's another way for not saying I'm sorry all over the place, just saying I'm sorry. So instead, another one again, instead of apologizing for someone else's actions, you can say that you are accountable for yourself. So you can't just be apologizing for your friends, apologizing for everyone. You can do so. So on the other hand, lack of self-confidence. Let's talk about lack of self-confidence. If a woman lacks self-confidence, what she goes through. Because we talk about self-confidence. If you build your self-confidence, these are some of the benefits you will get. But if you lack self-confidence, these are some of the negative results that you will experience as a woman. Because sometimes some women, especially with social media, some people are very upset about social media. They are anxious when you see your friend getting married and posting their achievements on social media, and you sit there and say, I wish that was me. I wish that was me. I wish it was I wearing that outfit. I wish I had that car. I wish I had built that house. If you say that to yourself, you will get mentally drained. And then social media becomes an angry platform for you. Instead of being motivated, inspired, every time you open social media, you just get an angry mood because someone is doing something and you think you're supposed to be the one achieving that. You don't have to get that car. You don't have to get that body or put, your body in that shape. You don't have to be overwhelmed by what people do. It's them, it's not you. You focus on yourself. But you have to start little by little because self-confidence starts from you. So if you start thinking about how people are achieving a lot of successes and you aren't doing anything, you're going to break down and your self-confidence will be depleted. So it's more profitable to build your self-confidence and leave and do away with people pleasing if you really want to be a strong woman in leadership. Because self-confidence is part of leadership if you are in leadership as a woman. So it's an It's also an internal job. So, like I always say, it has to start with you. So, if you lack self-confidence, you also burn out. You'll be constantly putting other people's needs first instead of you. Instead of you. You will also neglect self-care. People who neglect self-care, they lack self-confidence. People who feel that they have lower self-respect or self-esteem, they also lack self-confidence. You go to places and you are ashamed or shy to talk. When it's time for you to talk, you feel it in you that, oh no, I must say something. There are people who are quiet, they just listen. But when the appropriate time comes, they talk and they talk meaningful things. So it's not because you are shy, you are, or people going to judge you by your accent, people going to judge you by the kind of words you put out there because you are not speaking jargons. So other people will say, hey, she's out of college, but she doesn't speak jargons. I wonder which college she graduated from. No. Don't neglect yourself like that. Don't even think about that. Because you already start self-respecting yourself before other people start disrespecting you. Like Queen Esther, she had fear. She really has serious fear, even though God's hands was upon her. But she had real fear when the king selected her to be the next queen. So she was always in communication with her uncle, Mordecai, who very, very encouraged her. So if you have that kind of fear, you are struggling with building self-confidence, you can always reach out to us on a new day. You can contact Priscilla. You can contact any other woman from the platform, and they're going to help you. They're going to mentor you. They're going to help you to build that self-confidence. Do not be afraid to step out. In conclusion, but this conclusion is a reflection for everybody listening. It's a reflection from the entire presentation today. So to figure out what you want to be first, it must start with brainstorming. Brainstorm everything that you have heard today. Hey, I think I'm struggling with self-confidence. I'm struggling with prioritizing myself. I'm struggling with taking care of my well-being. I think I need help. Or I think I need to be doing this now. From what I have learned or what I have heard, I need to start doing something. Then you start to brainstorm. And as you brainstorming, be writing it down. What are you struggling with? If you find yourself in this picture, what are those things that you are struggling with? Start to write it down. And as you write it down, make every point an action point towards your next step. So if you're struggling with this problem, what will be your action towards that problem? That's how you brainstorm. Write down everything, anything that comes to your mind, write it down. And after you finish, it can be 100 things, it can be 2 things, it can be 50 items. Write them down. Whatever comes to your mind, write it down. A little bit of everything, write it down. And then start to find actionable points that can lead to success. You can begin by asking yourself, what are my core values? What do I value? Do I value other people over me? Do I value families? Do I value being self-sufficient or independent as a woman? Do I value time? Do I value listening over just talking? Anywhere I go, I just talk. Do I value listening? So write down your values. Your values don't have to be going to school and learning what you were taught. Some values are inherited. Some values you have not even discovered, but it's in you, people seeing it. It could be your blind side. You are not seeing it, but people seeing it. People saying it. So write down your values. And then you also ask yourself, what does the most self-confident version of me look like? Ask yourself those questions. If I want to be self-confident, what does it look like for me? And you start to write them down. You start to write them down. And then another question you ask yourself, how do I feel as a woman when I walk in public? How do I feel? Do I feel afraid? Do I feel that I'm not supposed to be in certain space? Do I feel unwanted? Do I feel unfriendly? You start to write it down. How do you feel in public when you are walking? How do you feel? How do people feel about you when you are around them? You also start to think about it. Oh, if I appear in this gathering, this is how I feel that people feel about me. You write it down. And as you continue to write those things down, you will start to discover yourself. You start discovering yourself. Oh, these are things that I used to do that were very beneficial to me. Or these are things that I used to do that benefited me a lot. Then you will start to discover who you are, your values, you stand for, your principles, all those things. But it has to start with brainstorming. Self-confident women do not need validation from anyone to acknowledge their values and achievements. If you are already achieving, celebrate yourself. You don't need any validation. You don't need any go ahead to celebrate you. You don't need it. To say to yourself, I am worth, I am valuable, you don't need any other person to say that to you. Instead, you have to be your own cheerleader and trust your inner compass to guide you. Trust your own inner compass to guide you. So you don't need validation from anyone to be who you want to be or to be who you are. So to be more self-confident and share your gift with the world, you must begin by filling your cup first. So you cannot save, as I said before, you cannot be drowning and save another drowning person. All of you going to drown. So it's a moral lesson to all women out there, because this is a women program and it's specifically for women. Take these lessons. They are very vital to life. If you really want to be a leader in any space, take these lessons critical. So your real work, according to Oprah, your real work in life is to fill yourself till your cup runneth over, so that you are never gasping and or needed by any other people. So you have to fill your cup before you can fill other people's cups. If your cup is not filled, how are you going to fill other people's cup? Are you going to borrow water from people to give to other people? Then you are a people pleaser. And we want women to always know themselves, their values, in order to step out and be more confident in themselves, to be able to share that gift that God gave them to the entire world. People need you, but you need yourself most. Because if you don't take care of yourself, you wouldn't be able to help other people out there. So I want to encourage everyone, continue to listen to these programs, continue to learn, empower yourself more. It just takes you to step out. And so for some women, it only takes the encouragement. It only takes encouragement to help them step out to whatever they want to be. You can be whatever you want to be. So women in leadership It's a beautiful topic for everyone. And I encourage everyone to continue listening, learn. If you have questions, please drop it in the comment box. Keep following us for more. And we are here to serve you. Thank you so much for listening. And I appreciate everyone. So if you have questions, please put it in the comment box. Follow us for more. Be excited. That was one of the points I touched on when I was introducing the topic. So be excited. Get out there as a woman. Don't be the one somebody will always hold your hand. Hey, let's do this. Let's do this. So step up. Be excited. Be proactive as a woman. But women in the entire world, despite your status, despite who you are, women are marginalized. Even in the highest places of this world, women are marginalized. But you can be a change for yourself, a change for other women by inspiring them from what you already set and achieving. So never despise yourself. Always love you before you love others, because you share that love out there. You share that care out there because they see it in you, and your life is inspiring them more. So be a woman of courage. Be empowered. Thank you so much for following us, and please continue to follow us for more.
We are la